with 1.2 million gallons of seawater inside. 1.2 million! Just out of curiosity, does anyone have one of these at home? Now, it is quite a feat to have something this big inside of an aquarium. In fact, if you were to combine all the water in every other exhibit inside the aquarium, it still wouldn't be able to fill up this one open sea exhibit here. And the animals that you see living inside of this exhibit are animals that have adapted to live far, far, far away from the shore. So looking in here, you see lots of animals, you see lots of water, but that's about it. You don't see any rocks or kelp or other algae for animals to live in, around, or under. Instead, it's just the animals and the water itself. So the animals inside of the open sea have those beautiful blue and silver colorations to them so they just disappear straight into the water, and many other adaptations or ways to live that help them to survive out in the open sea. Now, to take care of all these different types of animals, it does take a lot of people. So above this exhibit, I have our team standing by, and to help you tell our story, on either side of the window right now are these two monitors. And on those monitors, there's a view of what it looks like above this exhibit. Kind of like a giant Olympic-sized swimming pool with a racetrack going around it. And above this exhibit right now is my good friend Natalia, and we're going to check in with Natalia right now to see how everything is going upstairs. Good morning, Natalia.
Good morning, Emily. How's everybody doing down there?
Everyone good? We can all see Natalia. We'll give her a big wave. She can't see or hear you right now, but it's the thought that counts. Natalia, what are we about to see happen in the open sea?
All right. Well, this is one of the most exciting feedings I think that we have here at the aquarium, so everybody is in for a good treat.
Emily, I heard you saying we have different types of animals in this exhibit, which means that they're eating different kinds of things and in different ways as well. So what we have to do most importantly is get some of our slow swimmers out of the way before some of the fast swimmers get going.
Exactly. We actually see two of those slow swimmers up at the top of the water. In the middle of the window right now are two giant green sea turtles up there. These are two female green sea turtles here at the aquarium. We estimate that each one is about 50 to 60 years old, and each one weighs about 350 pounds. Very, very big. A little bit slower animals though. So to make sure that they get their brunch this morning, Natalia, how can we feed them?
Yes, so just to make sure that they are out of the way and safe to their feeding stations, we do what's called a target feed with them, which means that they're trained to go to a specific target. Theirs is kind of like a little red and white buoy that you might see in a swimming pool, and once that's dropped in the water, they know that that's time to go eat. So once they swim over, they're getting a delicious meal of red or green bell peppers and lettuce, and sometimes the occasional squid as a treat. So you can kind of think of it as a little squid salad.
Exactly, and Natalia, we actually saw those turtles just make a beeline straight to the right-hand side of the window, folks. That's where they're headed right now, where their targets were put in the water. And I actually have a quick clip of what it looks like. If you're looking at the monitors right now, you might see Reggie on our screen. This was filmed previously, putting a blue and white buoy in the water. That's that target that the turtles have learned to recognize to swim to get their share of the food. But Natalia, we're going to check back in with you right now for just a second because we see some more action happening right now. It looks like there's some more food being tossed into the water. What's happening?
Exactly, so you might even be able to see behind me over my shoulder, that's Michelle on the other side of the open sea, and she's doing what's called a broadcast feed. She's literally broadcasting out the food, and it's going to be a mix of pellets and vitamins and some krill, and that's going to be fed to about 13,000 sardines that we have in the open sea.
Fantastic. And tell you, those sardines are hanging out at the bottom of the exhibit right now, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed that they get the cue to come up to eat their brunch this morning. But we're going to take it away from here since our action has started. Everyone give a big wave goodbye to Natalia. Thank you. you, Natalia, so much. We'll see you in just a few minutes downstairs.
Thank you. Enjoy the show, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Natalia. And folks, you do see that food entering the water right now. Like Natalia said, this is a combination of food for the fish that are right now down towards the bottom of the exhibit, or it's a little bit safer for that school of almost 13,000 Pacific sardines right now. I know, I counted them all this morning. Everyone's there, I promise. And to feed those sardines, we're putting a mixture of pellets in the water. It's kind of like fish kibble, like you might give to your dogs and cats at home. We have kibble that we give them. And to find that food in the water, those sardines are smelling it and tasting it. And it looks like they might have tasted a little bit of it right now. It's working like a trail of breadcrumbs, leading them to the surface of the water. And we'll give them a second. It is a democratic decision. More than 50% of them have to vote to come up to the surface of the water right now. Looks like they've had a few recalls already today. But that school is making its way up from the bottom of the exhibit to the surface to get their share of food. Ooh, we're getting a little bit of action from some of the long, slender fish that you see at the top of the water right now. Those are dolphin fish. And some of the bigger, more football-shaped fish that you see in here swimming past the window right now, those are bluefin and yellowfin tunas. Now, the reason why the sardines are a little bit cautious as they come up is because they don't know that they are not on the menu for those mahi and the tunas inside of the exhibit. So they want to stay a little bit safer, which is one of the reasons why they stay in that school so tightly packed together. It's much safer for them that way, because when you live with 13,000 of your closest friends, that's 26,000 pairs of eyes looking out for everything around you, like those dolphin fish again, coming and investigating that school of sardines just a little bit. Looks like they've headed back down towards the bottom for just this moment, but we'll probably see them come back up, fingers crossed, in just a moment. Because it is safer at the bottom of the exhibit when you only have to worry about what's around you and above you, versus when they're up in the middle of the water like this, when they have to worry about 360 degrees all around them, what's in the water, whether it's a predator or the food. And you might have noticed a switch in the food that those sardines are eating right now. Instead of that kind of brown cloud entering the water, it looks a little bit pink and cloudy right now. That's because we are also feeding them very small shrimp-like crustaceans called krill. Now, does anyone know another ocean animal that loves to eat krill? Whales, exactly. You have a lot of school kids around me. You guys know exactly what animals love to eat those krill hitting the water right now. A blue whale, the largest animal to ever live on our planet, eats about 2 to 4 tons of krill every single day. Now, we don't go through quite that much here at the aquarium. Our sardines, our school of about 13,000, are eating only about 25 pounds of food altogether. And to eat that food, all they have to do is swim straight through that cloud of food, open up their mouth, and filter it out of the water. Unlike one of those dolphin fish, like the ones at the top right now, they instead have to pick out a single sardine and try and chase it like the one just did right now. It looks like that sardine got away safely, so let's go ahead. I'm going to have everyone pretend that they are a hungry tuna or a hungry dolphin fish right now. Go ahead and try and pick out one sardine and follow it for 10 seconds. Ready? Go. Don't worry, I'll wait. Alright, is anyone still following their same sardine? No, it's very, very tough to do. And that is another reason why it's so safe to stay in school when you live with all of your friends around you. Chances are one of them might get eaten instead of you. And so that is also why the oldest sardine on record was 25 years old. Can you imagine that kid's 25 years in school? That could be your future too. Now, it does look like that sardine feeding is slowing down just a little bit right now, but there is still food entering the water. So we're going to watch those sardines, see if they come back up again. But folks, those sardines are the reason why we are all even here today at the aquarium. The building that you're standing in right now and the building that you entered through are 2 of the old sardine canneries from here in Monterey. These were places where they used to pull literally millions of tons of fish out of the ocean to put them in cans. Instead of you all enjoy that way. But that leads to the question, is anyone here a seafood fan? Anyone love to eat seafood? Don't worry, I have my hand up too. I won't tell the fish. You're in a safe place. You know, us here at the aquarium, we do enjoy eating our seafood as well, but scientists have found that of those big fishes, like the dolphin fish inside of the exhibit or like the big tunas, about 90% of them, 90% of those big fish are simply gone from the oceans. And if you're wondering where they went, it's very simple. We ate them! We ate all of them! But not to worry, there are ways that we can protect those fishes now and even enjoy eating seafood, but we just want to make sure that we can enjoy eating seafood 20 years or 100 years from now as well. So to do that, we have Seafood Watch Consumer Guides. These are quick and easy guides to look at. Works just like a stoplight. There's a green list, a yellow list, and a red list. You want to eat the seafood items on the green list and avoid or stop eating those items that's on the red list. That way we give those populations a chance to recover in the wild, that we can enact some better fishing practices to protect our oceans. That way you can still enjoy eating seafood many years down the road. You're getting a little bit of a curtain call from those sardines right now. So folks, if you have any more questions, or if you're interested in picking up one of those Seafood Watch Guides, Natalia and I are over here on the far left-hand side of the window. We would love to answer your questions for you. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Have a fantastic rest of your day here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, everyone.